Hi. Oh, okay. Hello. This is my first YouTube video. I hope. I hope it goes up. If you're seeing this, it did. Obviously. Oh god. For my first YouTube video, what I was planning on doing was gonna be something a lot more fun. But I figured the best way to start would be just with a haul. Rewind. Let's get into why I bought so many books in this past week and my motives behind this. So I realized I've been buying books a lot recently, and my sister kind of mentioned to me as we were leaving Target and I had a full haul of fucking books just everywhere. She's like, why don't you just go on a book buying ban? And obviously I was appalled because why would I ever do that? Because depression, and I'm not going to survive if I don't buy books constantly. So then the day after, Destiny Sidwell, the true queen of BookTube, posted a video and was like, I'm going on a book buying ban until September. Watch me buy a bunch of books before I do that. I was like, oh, so I can justify buying a bunch of books and then going on book buying ban. And her whole thing was, I'm gonna wait until like September and wait till I can buy more fall books. And I was like, oh, smart. I had a lot of summer books, I'm good. But I have a few that I wanted before I took this break that is going to put me in the ground. So basically I'm gonna start with the first book that started this whole haul. And I didn't know that all of a sudden Target and Walmart were doing this sale where some books were like $6.99, and I had seen this book on, I think, Kindle Unlimited, and I was just wanting to read it, but I had so many other books to read, and then I saw it for $6.99 and I obviously bought it because why not? Okay, so the first book is House of Salt and Sorrows. Am I rolling around on the floor screaming, crying, throwing up because this is non-removable? Yeah, I am. Why do we still do that? I thought that everybody has been basically bullying the internet and booksellers for that, but you know, okay. All I know is that it's about sirens and curses, and if you know me personally, you know that I basically start foaming at the mouth whenever I see anything about the ocean, pirates, sirens, mermaids, etc. So I bought it. Don't really know what it's about. I know it's darker than some fantasies. It has a lot of curses and talks of like sisterhood and loss and everything. But besides that, I'm no clue. But that's the first one. So on to the next. Okay, before I get comments calling me a weirdo or nerd or anything because this is an unconventional book purchase, I just need you all to take a seat and realize that I don't care. So I got The Winter Soldier, and I didn't know that they were selling books of these, and I saw this and then I read what it's about because I was like, what part of Bucky's story are we getting here? Because if you know me, again, personally, you know that Bucky Barnes is my absolute favorite and is the love of my life. So I started foaming at the mouth. Yeah, you seeing a trend here? So I got this and I want to immediately start it. Also, unpopular opinion, but if a book has deckled edges like that, I'm immediately sold. Next book is a Stephen King book, and I have not read any Stephen King books before. I have seen some of the movies, and my grandmother was actually obsessed with his writing, obsessed with his stories, his horror, his thriller, his mysteries, his just literary fiction books. She was obsessed with everything, and I got all of her vintage copies, but I believe this is a lot newer, and it's fairy tale. I know that it's about this young boy. He finds this dog, and the owner, this old man, passes away. He gets a cassette tape, and it's about this shed, and he goes into the shed and realizes that the shed is a doorway to another world. So of course I purchased it. Plus, can we give this a moment? Like, wow, that is stunning. But I'm so excited about this because I feel like I want books that make me think a little bit more. And I also need to start getting past my fear of fonts that are absolutely tiny. So, on to the next. Speaking of big books and big book fear, that is completely gone after I purchased this monstrosity of a mammoth of a book. I have not read ACOTAR. I can predict my future actions when I start the series. I will not stop reading ACOTAR. So I bought this to complete my collection so I could continue to read it. Am I the type of person who buys every single book in the series before I even start the first one? Yeah. Do I think that's a problem? No. So anyway, don't really know what this is about. I'm not going to read the back because that's probably going to be a spoiler. I will say that is so pretty. The fact that the rest of the spines don't have it, and this is the only one. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's going on? Also, complete side note. Ugh. Oh my god. Anyway, side note, I got my first ever Stanley ripoff. This is the Owala. I forget what color scheme I got in, but I'm absolutely obsessed. And I have already drank like 3 of these today, so now I carry around a weapon every day. So all of those were purchased at like Target and Walmart before, like in the past week, when I didn't really know what I was doing, but I just kept buying books and I was like, what am I doing? Why is my money burning a hole in my pocket? So I bought all of those, and then today, after watching Destiny's video last night, I went feral. I drove an hour and a half with traffic to get to Barnes & Noble. I beelined it to the YA fantasy section and immediately got the next 2 novellas in the Shatter Me series. I've already read the first one, Unite Me, that has Destroy Me and Fracture Me. This is not a review video, but Aaron Warner, his point of view, perfection. Every single annotation that is about Adam is me saying, please shut up. So anyway, so I bought these. I'm super excited. I have obviously not read the back because I have not read the 3rd book, and I believe it's the 4th book until I have to read the 4th book until I read the first 2 of these. I'm so excited. I have literally been eating this series alive. I don't know what got inside of me, what type of drug I took while reading these, but it's kind of like a fever dream a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I haven't felt like this about a series in a really long time, and I'm sad I waited so long. You know, it's worth it, and I'm glad I'm reading it at a mature age. So anyway, those are the next 2 books I got, and then I went absolutely feral when I saw that the next, what's her name, K.L. Walther book came out. She's the author of The Summer of Broken Rules. I read that at the beginning of this summer, and I read it in like 2 days. I was obsessed. What Happens After Midnight. It's a second chance romance, young adult, and it's about Lily, who is carrying through with her end of the year prank, her senior year prank, with her ex and this whole group of jokesters kind of thing. It's basically just about her feeling like she didn't enjoy high school to the max and kind of feeling like she has some obligation to doing this prank, so she feels satisfied in that. I am absolutely obsessed with K.L. Walther's writing. I cannot wait to read this. I really hope it gives like spring into summer vibes. I also know that my senior year, going into my first year of college and everything, I was trying to kind of do the same thing and enjoy myself a lot more than I thought I did, and a lot more than what am I trying to say? Oh god. I relate to her. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, so I'm excited. Also, look at her. She's so pretty. Like, of course I'm gonna buy it. Also, it was on the Barnes & Noble like sale that was like buy one get one 50% off already. I didn't know they did that with new releases, so I was shocked. The next book I got was, again, me anticipating an obsession with a series. I know that a lot of people don't like the Shadow and Bone series. They preferred the Crooked Kingdom duology. I've read the back of Shadow and Bone, and I know that I'm at least gonna find a special place in my heart for it. It might not be my favorite, but I'm so excited to read it. So I got the second book, Siege and Storm, which was, along with What Happens After Midnight, was with the buy one, get one 50% off deal. So I was like, okay, steal. Again, what is up with these stickers that don't come off? Anyway, I'm not going to read the back of this because spoilers, but anyway, I'm super excited. I'm excited to put on my shelf too because the series looks so good when they're completed. Anyway, okay, and then the next book and final book I got from Barnes & Noble, but not the final book of this haul, was Red Rising, a book that every booktuber is kind of dabbling into right now. Everybody says it's like space Hunger Games. The thing that sold me, that made me immediately pick it back up after I put it down, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like that. I picked it back up and I put it immediately in my basket, was one of these reviews says that it's reminiscent of the Hunger Games and Game of Thrones. I'm absolutely obsessed, and I haven't even read it yet. I love Game of Thrones. I love the Hunger Games. This is going to be my new personality when I read it. Just saying. Just speaking the truth. So yeah, I got Red Rising, and I'm so excited because Haley Pham, another queen of booktube, is completely obsessed with it as well. So, perfect. So excited. Okay, and then after that large haul from Barnes & Noble, I was on my way back home and I was like, I know it's just at Target the other day, but let me check, because now that I know I'm not buying books until October, why don't I just go ham? So I did. I got 3 more books, because why not? So the first book I immediately was going in that I knew I needed to get before I went on this book buying ban, because I had read the first 2 in the series, was As Good as Dead and the A Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I devoured these first 2 books. I ate them up. They were my favorite books this past fall season. I cannot recommend them enough. This one, I've heard that it is a whole other level of crazy, chaos, insane murder and gore, and I cannot wait to read this. Also, I don't know if this is like I know people love a good flop in a book, but a good flop in a book immediately sells it to me 10 times more. And can we just... She's perfect. So I'm so excited to read this. I'm so sad the series is going to be over, but I'm really hoping that it does like an overall good job at finishing up. And I don't doubt Holly Jackson whatsoever. So the next book I got was Wrong Place, Wrong Time. You know, I'm gonna let this one slide because it's Reese's book club, but why? Oh my god, I didn't realize there was one on the last one too. The 5 Survive one. I got Wrong Place, Wrong Time, which is basically about this mother who sees her son murder somebody, I believe, and she's like in shock, and then she goes to bed, and then she wakes up and it's the day before. And then every day she wakes up, it's the day before. And she's like trying to figure out like why her son could do this, how he could do something like this. She never thought he was capable of murder. And I'm just absolutely obsessed with this premise. I think this is genius, and I just pray it's executed well because the idea is so strong and I'm so excited for this. And I have not had a good thriller in such a long time, except for like this, but this is different. It's YA. Like, I need something adult, you know? So I'm so excited. Also, I really like this cover. I think it's so cool. So anyway, and then the last book of this haul, I have been wanting to buy since I looked up last year after my Mamma Mia obsession resurfaced. I looked up books that were kind of reminiscent of Mamma Mia. And the first one that popped up each time on each list, every website, was One Italian Summer. And another just credit for that beautiful cover. I am so excited to read this. I know it's about grief and stuff, and that's going to be super hard to read about, but I'm just so excited to read about like an Italian love story that is just, I don't know, so hopefully reminiscent of Mamma Mia. So there we go. I'm so excited. Okay, so in the end, I bought 12 books. And you know, did I need 12 books? No. Is there going to be space on my shelves for 12 books? Mm-mm. But are we happy every time we buy more books? Yes. Immediate regret. Immediate regret. Immediate regret. Okay. Unharmed. Unharmed. Not unharmed. No! Tragedy has struck. Oh no. Sorry guys, give me a minute. Okay, so that is the end of my actually pretty large haul. I really hope that this doesn't flop. I hope that you all tolerated my rambling nonsense. I really hope that this video entered your life at the right time. So anyway, wish me luck with this book buying ban. I am so scared, but it's gonna be so much fun either way because I need to challenge myself, and I'm gonna be forced to read more books that are on my physical TBR, and Lord knows I have a lot of them. So anyway, I will see you all someplace on the internet. I love you. Bye.